What's up, everybody? This is going to be a follow-up video on my 401k long hold section in my Discord. So in my Discord here, over 400 members, I have a section for 401k long holds. I go over what's like basically you can buy and hold. I did add one to it today, so that's why I'm doing an update video on it today. Just before I get to that though, big money was to be made on Tesla puts today. Uh, Swinging. So I actually personally left 80,000 on the table. I only got about I got like 1,400 bucks out of 80 grand. Because I had the 260 strike for $5.45 that I sold. It went all the way up over 11 bucks. So if you like the sounds of, and then that's dark pool, so you can't even see it properly. If you like the sounds of being able to trade and profit, like you would grab puts, grab calls, grab puts. You probably wouldn't even have sold them. You might have sold them, grab some more puts, grab calls into close. This was like when Powell was like leaving, and then now it is what it is in the after hours. I'm currently holding some puts. If this is of interest to you, pop into my Discord. The link is beside me here. It's pinned in the comments, and and I'll post a comment, or sorry, and it's pinned in the description. Because there's some big money to be made there, guys. Some life-changing money. We're talking this thing was up 100%. These were up 60%. These were up 100%. Like it was back and forth. It was crazy. But let's get to the 401k section. So the stock that I added today was T, ticker T. It is a longtime favorite of the stock markets, just not recently for some odd reason. The 3-month one day shows that it is just bounced back off of 52-week lows, which are also 5-year lows. Okay. Now I'm like 7 or 8 out of, like, I've got like one wrong in my 401k and all the other ones are right. And I'm going to go through a list for you so you know that it's like legit. But this is great for people who are actually looking to invest. It helps you trade too, because I do recommend writing covered calls on these each and every week or a month or even like a quarter out, okay, to match the dividend X dates. So this does have a dividend stock, pays 27 cents a quarter. So there's 4 quarters in a year. So every 3 months you get 27 cents per share, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Meaning it pays $1.08 annually. So at current price, right, 15.84, right here, 27 cents times 4, right, $1.08. $1.08. So 15. I paid 15.81. So it's already up. 15.81 minus $1.08. If I get the dividend, like if I hold it for a whole year and it just doesn't do anything, maybe it even goes down, but I'm collecting my dividend. The amount I earn gives me my break even is lower than the stock has ever been in 5 years. So I'll change this to 5-year one day, right? As you can see, the 5-year one day, it's double bottomed here, guys. It's double bottomed and ready to come up. So anyone in my Discord who gets in this, I'm 100, I am 95% confident, okay, that you're making money on this going forward, barring some weird unforeseen circumstance, okay? This is a double bottom. It's going to come up. It's going to check. It's going to check these resistances, right? Resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, and then it's going to create support. This will become support 1. It'll create support off of that zone, which is way up at 1842. So even that, if we get up and over 200 EMA, which most stocks are doing right now, 1842 divided by 1584, which is current price, 16% upside here. I don't know when, but that's when you could sell safely if you just wanted a quick 16% in your 401k plan or your Roth 401k, whatever you guys call it down there, right? I'm Canadian, okay? I've got it in my tax-free savings account personally, okay? But I mean, check out the upside. The upside, you're at 21, 23 and change. I'm not, yeah, I guess, yeah. 23 change. Big zone here, just over 26. 26xx. That's like, ideally, you hold it to there, you're doubling. You're doubling, pretty much. That's almost 100% gains. That's probably what I'm targeting myself. And then, and then you've got another, oh, sorry, kind of messed that line up. Harder than it looks. And then you've got another one here right above 31, right? So these are the zones. So I just go over here, I pop this information into my Discord. Right? I would probably trim some around 19 and then hold the rest till 26, personally. So barring any crazy market moves or global incidents, right? War or something like that. All right. So I've got that info for the Discord. As you can see, so lately, guys, we've been banking on on Carnival Cruise. This is the big one. The big winner in my Discord lately has been Carnival Cruise. I alerted it literally down here at $7. Not at 6, at 7. It's 1560 now, guys. So 1560 divided by $7. We're talking 222% gainer in a 401k in a very short time. 2 months. 2 months. Not even like a year. And I mean, we're talking, it's right at it. It's blown past this level. It's heading towards its next level, which is around 18, $19. Okay. So I'm just going to tell them this video. I'm going to go through everything. 18, $19. And then you've got another level up here around $23 where I could see it going. But ticker T, AT&T, cell phone stock. I mean, no one's getting rid of their phones anytime soon. So, with the dividend, I don't see how it's not basically free money. And there's, a couple gaps on the way up here, just in case from, poor earnings or whatever. But as you can see, nice, beautiful little dividends and things like that. So the other stocks that I had in there, just 1 second here. So the other stocks I had were Jblu. Okay, in Jblu, I alerted Jblu. I'll just go through it, and you can verify in here by you can click on this, and it'll take you to March 27th, and I'm providing all of the information for my Discord members. $6.88, and what is Jblu now? Right, $6.88. Jblu is like $8. $8.03. That's 17%. Guys, we're not looking for meme squeeze home runs here. We're looking for stocks that pay dividends, stocks that will go up, stocks that are at their 52-week lows, oversold, 3-year lows, 5-year lows, permanent hold kind of type stocks like a Walmart, dividend stocks, and stocks we write covered calls on. So you would ideally want to be having 100 shares of each of these. So $800, at the time, $688, and then you're just writing a covered call, a month out, 2 months out. Like, for example, on T, right? What we would do is we would go look, like today, they were up 107, somewhere down, somewhere up. But we would probably be looking at, since I want to hold for a decent amount of return, I'm probably okay just holding it right through the summer myself. Take a look at August. And what did I say for prices? I said, where are we here? Let's just go back to present. I said something like 1680 and $23, right? So, I mean, $16. $16 pays 55 cents, right? Sorry, not 16, $18. Yeah, $18 only pays 9 cents all the way in August. It's trash, right? We're not saying that this is big bucks here. This is $9 if you were to write that. I'm not necessarily. Let's try to go a little earlier. Let's see what we got for the 3rd week of July, which is a monthly, July 21st. So 17 pays 9 cents, and then that's 1581. 17 divide 1581. So 7.5%. But it'd actually be 1709 because we're getting 9 cents. 1709 divide 1581. So I'd get about 8.1% return to hold it until for one more month, because it's like third week of June, third week of July. 8%. If you really wanted, if I was like, you know what, I don't really care. Let's just go January, because I don't really care, right? I'm pretty confident this thing's going up. $20 even, we're looking at 15 cents. 15 cents, which is like 15 on, and I paid, sorry, 15 cents. 15 cents on 20 bucks is not even 1%. These aren't the best options, but it's because typically these dividend stocks, they don't really pay that great on the options. They're not high volatility. It's just extra money, okay? It's 15 bucks in my pocket versus nothing, right? For every 100 shares. Granted, it locks you in, and then your shares will get taken. So if it were to like explode, obviously you don't want to be in that. 18 bucks, 38 cents, plus 18 divide 1581. So that'd be like a 16% return. So guys, again, this is a 401k. If your bank, if you could go to the bank and sit down with them and say, look, you know what? I'd like 16%. What can you do for me? And they just managed it. Like, that would be a very good, that would be incredible. And I'll show you why. Compounding interest. Okay, so if we go to a growth calc, compounding interest, we'll start with 100K, because this is this is your retirement. Let's start with 100K. We'll do 16% a year. So after 1 year, it's 16,000, obviously, right? 116,000. After 2 years, it's 134,560. 60. After 10 years, it's not 160 grand extra. It's 441,144 bucks, right? It's not 16 grand a year for 10 years, which is only 160 grand plus your initial 100 grand would be 260K. Because of compounding interest, you're getting an additional $181,000, guys, if you were getting 16% a year. And this isn't even a year. This is half a year. You got to keep in mind, we're getting in June, and we're getting 16% by the end of the year. So that's actually 32% annualized. Because there's 6 months and 6 months, 32% annualized for 10 years, guys. That'd be 1.6 million bucks. So if you're 40, I'm almost 40. If you're 40 and you got 100K and you get 32% annualized, so every 6 months you're getting 32%. By the time you're 50, you'd have 1.6 mil off of that. Let's just kick it down to something like, for maybe smaller investors, 20 grand, right? 20 grand that you have in your 401k, and the rest you're kind of actively investing every week, or whatever you're doing. 321 grand after 10 years from 20K. You're not even adding anything else. You're starting with 20 and you're going to 321K, right? So that's what we're trying to accomplish with these. So the other ones I had in there were pretty awesome too. They were like Ford. What did we have? So we had that. Mercantile Bank, okay. I said a free 30% return, 120% annualized if you think it survives until June. Well, it's June and it's up. It was $27.20 at the time. You could sell a 250 strike. You could sell the 250. So you could have sold any of these. You could have sold a 15 for $500, or you could have sold a 250 for 75 bucks. I was doing like the one that I thought was the safest as possible. Free money there. You could have even bought the stock and you're way up. It's like 37 bucks. Roku, same thing. I alerted Roku at $65. Said you'd get a 17% return. Like I was showing compound. I was showing like what do you call it? Covered calls. Roku, 76 bucks, right? And it's kind of squeezing right now, by the way. Ford, too big to fail. Mentioned it at about 12 bucks. It is now $14.45. That is another 17%. And I mentioned that on April 11th. April 11th, May 11th, June 11th. 2 months, guys. 2 months. 2 months, 14.45 divided by 12. What did I say? 12. Did I say what it was? Let's just go with what looks like 12, like 60. 1260. 14.16% in 2 months. So 2 times 6 is 12. So annualized, 688%, guys. 688%. Give me a second here. We're going to minus the 1. It's not that. Annualized 88%. I was like, that's not right. Annualized return of 88.1% would be that Ford call out. 88%. Hey, hi, freaking Wells Fargo. Can I get 88% return? They'd laugh at you. They go, our high interest savings is 1%. Inflation is like 400, but it's a good account for you. We got another one, boys. We got another one. Like they're not even going to give you like 8%. I don't think. Maybe not even 6. Right now you can get 5 in like bonds and shit. But that's pretty much it. Costco was in there. 527. I alerted it at 509. Okay? And guys, Costco moves 1%, and it's like huge. Look at the, if you're writing calls on it, 1% move on Costco, guys. 1% move equates to like up to 90% on the options. It just depends. So at 527, you're writing covered call. Like right now, let's say if you bought it right now, let's just say, Rich, I mean, I haven't looked at it. I hadn't planned on looking at it, but I mean, it's pretty bloated to me. It's in no man's land, and I think it's going to come back. But you can see it oscillated into a ascending, it's not even really an ascending or descending. It was just sort of a kind of like a squeeze, and it broke out. So now it's probably going to go up and over 530, which basically it's $3 off. But it has an equal chance of coming back to retest support. Would be like 515. So let's say you can get it at like 515. That's probably a good price, right? If you can afford 100 of it, which not a lot of people can, let's be honest, right? That's $51,000, $51,500. I mean, at one time I owned 1 share of Berkshire Hathaway, so I mean, I don't know what you're working with, but you could write covered calls back down at like 515, and you could be targeting, maybe 540, It's inflated right now, but I mean, I don't know if food is ever going to go down. So I'm not saying get in it now, but these are all hypothetical situations if you wanted to do it, right? And then you would go to like, same thing, July, 540. You're getting $5. You're getting $551 to just try to sell it for 540. If it never gets to 540, you still get the $550. So let me put it to you like this: if you paid $55,000 for the stock and you were able to get $550 per month, right? Because that's a month out. After 100 months or 8 years, your 55 grand, that would be free just from covered calls. Which again, this 401k, guys, is for long-term thinkers. It's for people who think long-term, right? It's not for, well, 8 years, this guy's a loser. What's he talking? No, I mean, this is pretty much how everybody in the real world invests and how they do things. And this is how, Warren Buffett became like literally billionaire. And no matter what he does now, he just wins because he sells the stock and he buys puts and he says, I sold the stock. And then the stock crashes and he makes money on the puts. He buys up ExxonMobil and he says, I bought ExxonMobil. And everybody else buys ExxonMobil, and he's got calls on ExxonMobil, and he went. Like, the guy is literal Midas touch, but this is all he did. He invested in what he knew, and he was like a holder, and, and he probably exercised options to help reduce cost, right? Cost basis. Rio Tinto, okay? This is a gold mine, all right? At the time, This is today. Today it was up 500% on the options chain. Okay, Rio is kicking off because gold. I mean, Bitcoin. People are worried about Bitcoin and they're worried about the market and the economy and all sorts of stuff. So Rio Tinto, gold mine. The other one is literally called Gold, GOLD. That's Barrick Gold. That's another one I like. So Rio Tinto alerted at 61.22, now 67.26. 67.26 divided, and this is only May 26th. I alerted it, guys. This is friggin' 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, and it is up 9.8% in your tax-free, retirement account. It's up almost 10%, right? Would I be writing covered calls on this one? It's tough to say because they don't pay shit. They're monthlies, but let's see July. 67, you write a set. Yeah, I probably would actually. I probably would. 72.50, you're getting $57 for every 100 contracts or for every 100 shares. So you just get $57. Now, guys, keep in mind, like, you've got 100 of this, you've got 100 of Ford, you've got 100 of T, you've got 100 of this. You're $20, you're $50, you're $65, you're $20, you're $12. Okay, now you're getting an extra couple $100 a month. Just kind of free cash to hold stuff you were already holding. That's also kind of the point of it, right? You're getting dividends. You're getting, let's see if this has a dividend. I don't know if it does. Rio Tinto dividend, it does. It has a $2.24 dividend, 2.25%. So it's got a big dividend on it as well. For every share you hold, for every $67 share, you're getting a $2.24 dividend. Hello, pays for itself in time. Let's see, is it quarterly or annually or what? Like it's a 6% dividend, you guys. 6%, just on top of if the stock goes up. You don't even need to write covered calls on it. You could just get the stock and make 6% a year. That beats the bank, guys. 2 days they're investing hardcore in an aluminum smelter in Canada. Yeah, 1.4 billion in Quebec. Like it's a good company to be owning. Okay, Rio Tinto, and like I said, the other one is gold. Let's just see what is that. Gold is down. Okay, this is good. Gold is down and below, so I'm looking at 1550 for entry, and then right back to like 1450. Barrick Gold, though, they do have some issues over in Brazil. I think they might be under some, but that's why I recommended Rio, right? I didn't recommend gold. It's one I watch, but I'm not yet ready to add it. What else do we got? Rio Tinto. Oh, so CCL and Intel Corp. Intel Corp is up 700% on the options chain. CCL. So yeah, guys, Intel Corp was one of the easiest ones on planet Earth, and friggin' CCL to say, guys, go long, guys, go long, guys, go long, guys, go long. $25, guys, $25. It's now 35. You're up 33% in your 401k. 33% in, depends when you got in. But I just started this section recently on the Discord, so probably March, April, May. 3 months, 33%. Annualized, 122%, right? And it's got a ways to go. And guess what? NVIDIA goes side by side with Intel Corp processors. They work in tandem. AMD is with a Ryzen and it's a different graphics card. So Intel and NVIDIA. If NVIDIA's gonna rip, Intel's gonna rip. Look at the goddamn chart. Look at the chart today, guys. Intel Corp, and we had big winners on this one all week. 700% today, guys. 700. So you could do both. If you're playing these and they're in your watch list and they're in your portfolio, you're going to be paying attention to them. And you can see, holy crap, it's going on a run. You can just straight up buy some calls with your side money. You can have a 48-cent call go to 59 cents. Sorry, a 11-cent call go to 59 cents on basically on a sideways day. Intel Corp. it's going crazy. And Carnival Cruise, it's up 220% from my alert. I alerted it here around $7. It's now 1560, guys. All week this has been popping off. This is like the worst day this week. And it's, plus 20%. If we go back here, June 12th, so this is the other day, 2100% on the options chain. Carnival Cruise, 2100%. I had a guy, he did 4000%. Because it was like 200, 500 one day, and then 2,000 the next day. So he hit 4,400%. Let me see. I put a video out on it. 4,469. Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's in the gains. He did 4,469%. I don't know why why it's not showing up. It's in there. I don't know. But I mean, you can see people are winning on Intel in the Discord. Tesla, Ford, right? Again, these are all the ones I just went over, right? Here's one. 2,333%. 2,330%. Are you guys getting that in your meme stocks? No. Are you getting that from StockTwits people? Are they helping you actually make money? Intel, Hewlett Packard, we talked about all these. Rivian. Rivian is getting taken out of the NASDAQ, so we grabbed puts on Rivian. But it went up, so you had to be quick. Ford, more Ford. Followed the leader on my Walmart call. So last Friday, I said, there's this big beef scare. Get these calls for 5 cents. They went up to 9 cents. Let's see what they stayed at, actually. 160s. 160s were 9 cents. So now they're 7. Yeah. So they were 9 cents earlier. 9 cents from 5 cents, guys, is 200%. Or, sorry. 80%. 80%. From what we got them at. 80% gains though in 4 days. In 4 days, 80% gains. So you could have put in 1,000, 10,000. You got 18,000, right? I'm talking about real companies in here, guys. Real stocks, real companies. Yeah, I don't know where that 4,000% is, but the whole point of this video was just to kind of give an update on my 401k section. You can see. I'm very thorough when I talk about the 401k stocks as well, guys. It's not the same like here. Like I'm drawing patterns, right? For example, here was Costco. Here was Costco at 509. Like I said, now it's 527. So I'm seeing this pattern and I'm going, you've got the MACD crumbing up. You've got RSI rising. The wedge has fallen. It's triple checked, quadruple checked. 1, 2, 3, 4, the bottom. It's going to pop out. It's going to have a breakout. And it did, okay? What else? So there's Roku. I mean, it's all there. It's there. Get in the Discord. I'm going to put the link, like I said, in the comments. Link's in the comments. Link is right beside me, and it's pinned in the description. So, $20 is your standard monthly. It's 50 cents a day, you guys. And $69 is premium. So if you want to DM me, if you need DMs, I always have my phone. I've gone on fishing trips to Idaho and Washington and Montana and brought the phone with me on the boat, and I'm helping answer people's questions. So it's pretty much you have access to me if needed. And I mean, time is money, and having someone like me to help you maybe make a decision or give you some information or read a chart or what have you is definitely worth the price. You also have access to my classes. So I have a whole resources section for everybody, like standard or premium. But for premium, I've done 7 or 8 classes now that are 2 to 3 hours long. So you have almost anywhere from 20 to 30 hours of content right now that is how to chart, how to Fibonacci, blah, 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 blah. in the premium section as well. And future classes are always free for premium to attend. They're $35 one time for everybody else. So that's it. That's the spiel, guys. I'm trying to get you in the Discord. I'm trying to grow the Discord, but I'm also trying to show people there's resources such as myself. Hey, hell, I'll throw a shout out to this guy. My Life of Learning. He's like he does like covered calls, cash covered puts. He's retirement investing. That's kind of where I started with that. Plus, like some of the jobs I had, they had share plans, so I got involved with that. Pop in. We'll see you guys. Free.